Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we are going to be doing the 5th part of What If Itachi Adopted Naruto. You guys really do love this. 100 likes overnight, that is crazy. Smash that like button if you want to see me do a next part in the future. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jit. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Before we start the video, I want to apologise about the error when it came to the Ninetales and the curse mark not being able to cooperate because of the QB. Don't worry because it won't be in this video. Naruto and Sasuke both have been taught the Chidori by Kakashi. This means that Naruto has been able to use fire, wind and lightning chakra natures. This month before the Chunin exam finals, Naruto has managed to perfect his multi-clone great explosion jutsu and his flame bullet technique. Naruto has almost got his Sharingan complete and his skills with the curse mark has increased. Itachi wants to save using the Totsuka blade only when absolutely necessary because of his life-threatening respiratory disease, so the curse mark isn't removed by the Totsuka blade. Just because of the plot hole, let's say, to make the curse mark return, because of Naruto's will, the curse mark will return to Naruto, just for the fight in the final valley. Naruto equips himself with several smoke bombs, shuriken, paper bombs, and a flash bomb, just in case. Naruto returns and meets Rock Lee and his team. Neji looks at Naruto and whispers to himself, "It's a definite win. He's just not that strong." Naruto appears behind Neji and whispers, "Let's see then." Naruto and Neji get into the arena after their conversation with Rock Lee and Team 9. The match commences. Naruto activates his Sharingan and jumps at Neji. He creates 10 clones and they try to lash onto Neji, but Neji jumps to the side and they all dismantle because of the Byakugan's 360 degrees vision. Neji is insane when it comes to defense, so he easily stomps on Naruto's plan. Naruto follows with the fire release flame bullet. He uses this appeared blind spot to run behind the fire. He doesn't know of the Byakugan's ability to see chakra though, so this whole plan doesn't work. Naruto jumps at Neji, but since of the Byakugan's abilities, Neji punches Naruto away easily. Naruto stands and feels something in his neck, then the curse mark just disappears. It turns out the QB has removed the curse mark for the meanwhile, just until it returns in the final valley. Now Naruto doesn't have to worry about not using full power ninjutsu and not worrying about sacrificing a lot of chakra just for the curse mark. He feels much better after this, then he creates 90 clones. He surrounds Neji and sends about half for Neji. Neji uses the 8 trigrams palm rotation and dismantles all of the 45 clones aiming for him. The 45 other clones quickly rust Neji after this jutsu. When all the clones have been dismantled, Naruto creates another clone. He transforms it into a Fuma Shuriken and sends it right at Neji. Neji dodges with a little head movement, but then it transforms back into a normal clone. Naruto whispers, "Clone great explosion." The explosion shockwave sends Neji flying to Naruto. Naruto grabs a kunai, infuses a significant amount of wind chakra into it and stabs Neji through the chest. He doesn't obviously stab him in the heart, but the wind chakra destroys Neji even more than a kunai should. Neji gets up and removes the kunai from his chest. Naruto knows he has to use sheer brute force and speed to eventually hit Neji. He throws a flash bomb, but it doesn't affect Neji because of the Byakugan. Neji jumps at Naruto and Neji tries to use his 64 palms. Naruto poofs away, then Naruto throws a smoke bomb. He then throws several kunai and creates several clones and literally slingshots them down to Neji. Neji dodges all of the kunai, but then he sees clones being hurled right down at him. Naruto is infusing wind chakra into a Fuma Shuriken, then he'll follow by sending a fireball jutsu to follow it, and they'll hopefully combine and amplify each other's power. Naruto throws the wind shuriken and then follows by using the fireball jutsu. Neji dodges the incoming shuriken, but then the fire joins with the wind shuriken. Neji dodges the incoming shuriken, but then the fire joins with the shuriken. Neji dodges the shuriken and the fireball and ends up being outside of the smoke screen in product of this. Naruto grabs the shuriken and spins. He throws it and it goes flying down to Neji. Neji gets cut slightly with the shuriken and sees Naruto with a lightning-like aura. He zooms right at Neji and jumps right at him. The shuriken turns into a clone and grabs Neji, and the clone manages to do so because it's so close to Neji. Naruto stabs the Chidori through Neji and the clone disappears. Neji is bleeding excessively and Neji is done. He falls to the ground and Naruto wins the match from Neji being unable to continue. Now the next match we'll be covering is Sasuke vs Gaara. Sasuke is very strong and he has learned the Great Dragon Fire technique. He uses this after a decoy has been used, genuinely because Sasuke can't make it go that fast. Everyone in the crowd sits up in their seats and watches the match they've been waiting for, Sasuke vs Gaara. Now, the match commences and Sasuke weaves several hand signs to commence the battle. Sasuke uses the shadow clone and sends it in front of him. He zooms and punches the sand and Sasuke follows quickly with a punch. Sasuke's speed is absolutely insane and everyone in the audience just sees Sasuke appear at the sand because he's that fast. Sasuke manages to reach through the sand and lands a punch on Gaara, but the sand kind of absorbed some of the forces from Sasuke so Gaara doesn't get hit as bad. Sasuke pulls his hand from the sand and then he sends several shadow clones, about 5. That is quite several for Sasuke because he doesn't have as much chakra as Naruto. Sasuke is concentrating his chakra to his mouth for Great Dragon Fire technique jutsu. The clones suddenly dismantle and when the remaining chakra returns to Sasuke, he lets go of the fire dragon. Gaara's sand easily blocks the fire, but the good thing about the fire is that it doesn't burn out quickly like the fireball jutsu, so he is continuously pressuring Gaara. Sasuke charges the Chidori and runs up the wall because he has learned to do that. He jumps down to Gaara with amazing speeds and aims the Chidori for the upper west area of the Sand Dome's reach. When I mean Sand Dome, I don't actually mean Sand Dome, but the field of range for the sand is basically like an invisible dome. He zooms through the sand's range and hits Gaara with the Chidori. Gaara turns and sees his left stomach bleeding excessively and he feels serious pain. Sasuke deactivates the Chidori and jumps away from Gaara. The fire disintegrates and Sasuke weaves some more hand signs to follow. A clone runs at Gaara and then it explodes when Sasuke lifts his feet. He starts to run at Gaara and then he throws a punch. Gaara creates a sand dome and Sasuke's arm just punches the dome. Sasuke backflips away to secure his safety. Sasuke activates his Sharingan and charges the Chidori. He zooms at Gaara and his speed is just too much for the crowd. And even the sand, even though it is a dome, so the dome is just useless when it comes to Sasuke's deadly Chidori. Sasuke, when he's close to the dome, jumps up and creates more buoyancy and speed. He slams his Chidori through the sand, then the sand disintegrates and Gaara has another Chidori in his left arm. Sasuke follows with an uppercut to the air. Sasuke jumps up then uses Rock Lee's very own front lotus that he copied before the first phase of the Chunin exams. Rock Lee is actually quite surprised that he still remembers this, but he doesn't really know the full extent of the Sharingan. He just believes that they can only copy it for that very time, but Sasuke copies it and manages to utilize it and use it for his very own taijutsu arsenal. Just before Gaara hits the ground, Sasuke spin throws Gaara down to ground and then he uses the fireball jutsu to follow. Gaara gets hit twice in a split second and Gaara has been seriously injured this battle. Sasuke jumps right at Gaara but Gaara's sand attacks him, but Sasuke quickly jumps back out of its range. The sand is contained in Gaara's back. Gaara stands and his arm turns into that of Shukaku's. Sasuke just gets slapped away and he goes all across the arena. But Sasuke isn't going to lose. Sasuke can't lose. Sasuke weaves several hand signs and creates 7 clones. They all turn into normal side shuriken and Sasuke throws them all at Gaara. When they're close enough, they turn back into Sasuke and they explode. Gaara goes flying across the arena and goes deep into the ground. Sasuke wins the match because Gaara hasn't responded and Gaara is taken in by medical helpers. Temari and Kankuro have to escort Gaara and they follow the medical people to the hospital where they'll steal Gaara and leave. Sakura sees Shikamaru and remembers the fight. Sakura swallows her pride and overconfidence from her win and forfeits the match. Therefore, Shikamaru gets an automatic win. Kankuro is gone, so Shino just wins the match by automatic forfeit. When everyone is ready to leave, Neji looks and sees Shukaku in the distance. He smashes the ground and roars. Everyone gets into the genjutsu performed by Kabuto and someone appears to the scene. Itachi. Itachi cuts Kabuto's arm off of the sword and then punches Kabuto in the stomach extremely hard, so hard that he just knocks him out. Naruto arrives at the scene, then summons Gamekin. Naruto can't send Kyuubi chakra into Gamekin because he's a Toad Sage, so Gamekin just goes right up against Shukaku. Gamekin's shield manages to shield them from attacks, but they have to attack too. Naruto begs for the Ninetales to give him chakra and the Kyuubi agrees. Naruto gets Kyuubi chakra and gets a Chidori out charging. Naruto gets grabbed by Gamekin and Gamekin launch throws him at Shukaku. Naruto has used so much lightning chakra that the chakra has gone up his arm and is basically like an aura now. His Chidori seems to be useless however, and Shukaku just throws Naruto off of him. Naruto lands back on Gamekin and Naruto says, "Get some toad oil. I have a plan." The oil is let loose at Shukaku, then Naruto lights it by throwing a heavily infused fire Fuma Shuriken at the oil. The oil lights, then Shukaku gets drenched in fire toad oil. Shukaku eventually is suppressed and Gaara returns to normal. Gamekin returns Naruto to the arena where he meets Sasuke and Itachi at the arena. He sees a one-armed Kabuto on the floor, completely beaten up by Itachi and Sasuke. Itachi, Sasuke and Naruto eventually make it back home. Kabuto, though, has followed them. He wasn't knocked out for long. So that will conclude the 5th part of What If Itachi Adopted Naruto. The like goal for this video will be 110 likes, more than the last time, but I do believe you guys will smash the like button again, like you did in the last parts. Please put down in the comments anything that you liked about this part or anything that should improve on for the next part. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.